Hi there, my name is Tal Ben-Shahar. Thank you for joining me on Your Quest, a Happier TV initiative where I respond to your questions. So let's get to our question. Tal, my question is about physical exercise. Even though I know how important exercising is, and even though I do feel better after exercising, it has been very difficult for me to persist. Every time I embark on an exercise regime, after a week or two, I give up. I know there are no magic bullets, but is there a way to help me persist and succeed in making exercise a part of my life? This is a very important question. The research coming out on the benefits of physical exercise is astounding. Regular exercise does not just ward off chronic disease, obesity, as well as fatigue. It is almost unparalleled as a mental health intervention, helping to overcome depression, anxiety, and other unpleasant states. And yet, a large proportion of those who are aware of these remarkable benefits do not exercise regularly. A regular exercise regime is certainly advisable. But before we get to that, it's no less important to introduce small changes in our day-to-day. Dan Buettner, who wrote a wonderful book on the world's longest living people, advises us to inconvenience ourselves. I love this phrase. This means that if possible, instead of taking the car to get some milk, you walk or take the bike. Or let's say when you're early for a meeting, park the car a little further away and walk. Instead of taking the elevator at work, you take the stairs, and so on. These little changes can make a big difference in the long term. Exercise actually has a cumulative effect, and small bouts of physical exertion add up and go a long way in making us both healthier and, of course, happier. In addition, find exercise that is fun for you. You're much more likely to persist if you do something that you enjoy, that you love, whether it's going for a quiet walk in the park, signing up for a Zumba class, or cycling in front of the television. Whatever makes your time exercising more pleasant is great. Check out our reflection on exercise for more on this topic. I used to be a professional athlete, a squash player. And during that period, I of course exercised a lot, probably too much. But since I gave up squash because of injury, exercising has not been at the top of my fun activities. I do it primarily because I know that it's good for me. I know the research. I know how it makes me feel after. To keep me motivated, in addition to choosing the activities that are most fun for me, it's dancing, I also attach exercise to things I have to or want to do anyway. For instance, if I don't need to write too much during a meeting, and if I have a willing partner, of course, I have a walking meeting instead of a sit-down meeting. This is multitasking that's actually good for you. Just last night, in fact, I went on a walk with Daphne, a close friend of mine. We meet on a regular basis to catch up and chat, and prefer to do it while getting our quota of exercise. So introduce walker talks into your life. The key is to persist, to introduce exercise into your life as a ritual. Just as brushing your teeth is a ritual, so should exercise become a ritual. Not necessarily every day, but at least 3 times a week. In addition to inconveniencing yourself, that is. Once a week you can, play football with friends. A second time can be a walking meeting, a walker talk. And the third could be cycling on your stationary bike while watching Your Quest on Happier TV. Please join us soon, and if you want to have your questions answered, don't hesitate to send them our way. Ciao for now.